Morning, guys. Sorry about the sunglasses. It's my natural glasses. I can't replace them because I'm blind. Not really, but you know, close to it. So I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna plant these peas. Now I'm gonna fertilize it in a special way, the peas and the beans, and I'll just show you how I do that because these things flower, and flower makes fruit, right? So they're a fruit and they're a flower, so they need the proper amendments. You don't just throw a bunch of nitrogen at it. So let's check this out. So this is what we're planting today, and I soaked these overnight. It just makes them more ready to grow. So I'm just gonna draw a line in the soil with my hoe and kind of make sure there's no weeds in there on both sides of this bed, because I'm going to put and we're going to go like so, and we want to go 1/2 inch deep, making our little furrow here for our peas. The expensive stick that I found right next to one of these beds. You don't have to buy expensive garden stuff, guys. Now see, this is the perfect hoe because if I need a narrow channel, look at that, I got a narrow one. I want about 1/2 inch deep. So I'm just gonna kind of score it until I get there. Bone meal. And I'm just gonna sprinkle that in. There we go. Biotone starter. I'm just gonna put that in there lightly. Very lightly. Sprinkle. Little goes a long way. I'm just gonna put 2 every like 6 inches. Just like so. And then I'm just gonna gently put the soil over top, and then we'll water it in. Then I'm just gonna gently put the soil over top, and then we'll water it in. These are pine needles, but I wouldn't use them. They hold a lot of oils, but mine are dry, so that's why I'm using them. Okay. I've pulled out some of this cilantro. Some of it's about to go to seed anyways. We'll give some to the chickens. I gave some to my compost tea. Chickens will really like it. There you go. They love their greens, especially the turkey and the ducks. They need those greens. So, gonna loosen up that soil. The mulch can go back over the peas if you want them to. That furrow, I want it about 1/2 inch deep. Here. And then when I take it out before it flowers, or maybe I'll let some of it flower and get some seed from it for next year. But until then, we're just going to leave it alone. I've been picking off this cilantro. It lasted all winter long. Cilantro likes the colder weather. It does not like the warmer weather, so as soon as it gets above 70 here, it's going to start bolting on us. But that's light sprinkles of the biotone starter. You don't have to use this. It's just something I've been watching a lot of Garden Answers, and she uses it and everything. It gives a good root start, and that's what I like. So every 6 inches, 2 bean seeds, and then cover that up. Okay. Soil is getting so nice and fluffy. The first year it was horrible, but it's starting to really come in now. So if you guys are gardening, first year when you're developing garden beds and soil, take some time. So don't be hard on yourself. The first year you don't have exactly a perfect garden. It's not because what you're doing is wrong necessarily. It may be because of your soil just needing some extra help. And soil fertility takes time. It's not an overnight thing when you're doing it organically. So just know that. Spend the money on things that you really need for gardening. If you're a new gardener, like I'm just learning about what I can amend with that's not from the store, and that's my goal, is to get free from the store-bought products to grow my garden. Okay, that is it. There we go. Oregon sugar pot peas. I've been soaking those too because they're pretty old. They're like a couple years old. I'm gonna amend my bed with the same formula that I did the beans in, Just a little bit of bone meal with some of that biotone starter to get those roots growing really good. And then we'll water it all in. I'll leave a link for some of the products that I'm using today below. There we go. And all right, you guys, that is growing peas and beans. Simple as that. The next ones I'm going to do out here, I have a lot of amending to do in the soil. And part of that, I have beans that are bush beans that I'm going to be putting out here over next to me. I'll show you guys that soil in a minute. Sorry about the roosters. Got four of them, so they can be pests. So I'll show you this area in a second. We're just going to plant a bunch of bush beans over here to kind of add a lot of nitrogen over to the soil. I'm going to be throwing a good amount of bone meal down. We'll throw some starter down and just make some furrows out here. And we need a lot of beans. So what happens, hopefully the rabbits and stuff won't get to it. I don't know how that's not going to happen, but hopefully not, and we can grow lots of beans this year. We love peas. I would love to grow lots of peas too, but we'll see how it goes. I'll probably plant peas in the fall, is my fall garden plantings. So right now we're just doing the peas and the beans, and I'll get more beans out here. Right in this area, and nothing's been amended out there. There is a little bit of compost, tiny bit of compost mixed in here. It's really hard soil, so I'm really going to have to work it before I throw something down into it. So here we go. Now, I did 2 beds for my peas. I need to do, or peas. I did 2 beds for my beans. I need to do a lot more than that. I'm going to be putting cardboard down the middle. And I added the same amendments that I did in the other beds. Now I'm just going to water it all in. These are bush beans. And so we'll see how it does. I have wood around these beds, or around these rows, is just because of the very fact that water runs down this way, and this is on a hill. Eventually I'll get enough soil in here to make real garden beds here. So